Marble. It's time for a big old heaping helping of ag information. You're listening to our program courtesy of the good folks at D&D Farm and Ranch on I-10 in Seguin. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at corn, beans, and wheat, courtesy of John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company, Corpus 361-852-5207. After several days of sharply lower values, corn futures on Thursday seem to just be trying to get their bearings. Export corn demand would seem to be strong given the lower South American crops and the difficulties in exporting grain from the Ukraine, to say nothing about the uncertainty surrounding the eventual size of the U.S. corn crop, which is now getting planted late. The market is also waringly watching what will happen June the 10th when Turkey meets with Russia regarding opening corridors to allow grain exports from the Ukraine. Much of these recent gains to the markets are due to the interruption of exports from the Ukraine and the resumption of shipments. There will be predictability having dampening effects on prices. It still seems to John Tuggle that a lot has to happen right for there to be any appreciable improvement in that situation. June the 10th is shaping up to be a critical day for market-wise, as there is the Turkey-Russia meeting on the Ukraine, as well as USDA's latest crop production and supply and demand reporting. Corn Belt weather forecasts for the next 30 days continue to be positive for growing a corn and a soybean crop. The million-dollar question in South Texas is, where is the export milo demand going to come from this summer and fall? As we look at the commodities, July corn 7.30 1/4 down 1. July beans 17.29 1/4 up 39. July Kansas City wheat 11.43 1/2 up 15 1/4. For help marketing your grains, John Tuggle, 800-288-4453, Tuggle & Company, Corpus.
This is Channel 5 reporting live from the rangeland, where earlier today, a death was reported. I'm standing here talking to...
Mesquite.
Mr. Mesquite, what happened here today?
Well, Weesatch and I had been living on this rangeland. Every year the rancher would spray us with herbicide and we'd take a nice, long nap. But we always woke up.
What changed, Mesquite?
It's that Invora herbicide. The rancher used it with Rangeview to target his application. And now I don't think Weesatch is coming back.
I wouldn't think so. It's guaranteed
control for 5 years.
You heard it from Mesquite himself. Invora and Rangeview stop brush for the long haul. It's guaranteed.
Enter to win up to 100 acres of Invora herbicide with a free Rangeview analysis today at invora.com/trial. Always read and follow label instructions. Invora herbicide is a restricted use pesticide. Invora is a registered trademark of Bayer Crop Science. Not all products are registered in all states.
Neighbor, let's take a look at meat moves from yesterday. We'll begin with the national pork carcass cutout value, 2 higher in the afternoon at 112.02. Federal slaughter 1.421 million through Thursday. Looks like that June 2022 lean hog contract 110.05 up 25. As we move toward the beef side of the livestock equation, we see wholesale box prices mixed. Choice slipped 67 to 266.75. The select was up 128 though to 250.19. Federal slaughter 125,000 head through Wednesday, setting the week's kill at 254,000. Looks like we saw cattle selling anywhere from 135 to 136. We did have a pen in Colorado sell at 138. Looks like June live cattle 133.57 up 77. August feeder cattle 172.95 up 320. Neighbor, there's your meat moves. We're on the line with my friend Kenny Mingus from Milam County Livestock Auction. Cameron, Kenny, how's we going to sell up on the Little River?
Yes, sir. Everything's looking good. We're tagging on 1075 right now. Thinking we're going to tag up to 11.5 tonight, maybe a few more. Put out the projection a while ago, kind of 14 to 1600 with probably 250, 300 cows.
Good. What's that mix looking like as far as quality?
You know, as far as the cow side, Larry, we don't have a lot of cows. I've got 40-something cows here from a man. They come out of the west, out of some of the drought country. He called me and ran out of water. Some little black Angus type cows, not the biggest cows. Most of them are shortbred. Well, percentage of them are shortbred. Most of them will be open. And little old cows just thin. Got their working clothes on. Would work for somebody back this way. Right. He just kind of threw his hands up in the air and said he was trying to go to greener pastures. Other than that, very few pairs. Handful of palpates scattered through it. Mostly white cows. On the calf side, got a few strings of cattle. 35 from this one, 50 from that one, 75 from this one. Starting to pull a few of these better strings. The quality's good for the most part. Most of the calves will be more of the new crop look. Few drags of them, got a little condition still, but they're starting to pull some of these better calves and these strings of cattle off these ranches. So the quality is good for tomorrow.
Well, y'all get to Milam County, plenty to wave your hand at. Don't set on them, buy some cattle from Kenny Mingus. Kenny, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You bet. Catch us at Milam County Livestock Auction Monday through Wednesday at 254-697-6697. You can follow us on our webpage at milamcountylivestockauction.com or catch us on Facebook. I urge each and every one of us to keep the people in Uvalde, Texas in your prayers and on your mind and see what we can do to get this thing turned around.
That's right. Thank you, Kenny.
Thank you, Larry, and I appreciate what you do.
Neighbor, let's talk about PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, San Antonio, High, Hondo, Kerrville, Robstown, Jourdanton, and Laredo. Contact the Hondo store at 830-426-2912. That's 830-426-2912. Remember, that's PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, pipemovers.com. We're on the line with Leroy Kruger. Leroy, how's the bull business?
Oh, we're still plugging along here, Larry. We loaded out a couple of Hereford bulls. Hereford bulls been about the number one seller for a good while around here, and numbers getting a little short, but we still got a few and got some really nice big 2-year-old past Charolais bulls and a few Angus bulls. And so we just got a little inventory on hand here if somebody needs something to plug a hole, But we're kind of going to sit tight and see what the weather does. It's
right.
Pretty dry and pretty hot, and waiting on a rain or two of them. We got a good rain last week or week before last, rather. So it makes us think about the good Lord can still bless us every now and then.
Yep, and He will in the short term and in the long term. Well, tell everybody exactly how to get a hold of you if they need a bull.
They can catch me on the mobile at 830-570-0660.
Mr. Kruger, you're one of my favorite people, and I look forward to talking to you.
You bet, Larry. You too. You have a great week.
I will, man. You too. Think about us. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Neighbor, did you know that the Millworks division at MG Building Materials is a great place to look when you want to upgrade your home? That division carries a full line of wood, aluminum, and vinyl windows. What a great upgrade. We've got vinyl windows in our house down here on the bay, and they sure are pretty from the inside and out. The possibilities for those upgrades are endless with the help of MG and their 5 locations. They've got one in San Antonio, got one in Corpus, got one in Uvalde, got one in Kerrville, and they have one in Pleasanton. That's MG Building Materials. We're on the line with Rodney Butler from Beeville Livestock. It's Thursday evening, about 7:09. What's Friday looking like, son?
We're tagging on 5.5 with about 180 cows. Got a good set of young cows up here. They're tight bags. Took some big calves off them, took some baby calves off them. We just didn't pair them up. It's a hard sellout. And there's some young tight bags on there. Got some good calves. Got 2 pens of good Charolais calves. They're a little lighter than what normally are. They're weighing probably around that 4 to 450. There'll be some 3 weights on them too. And just got some good calves up there to sell tomorrow, sir.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you, what time you start there in Beeville on Friday.
Yeah, we start at 11 o'clock, and I imagine we'll end up with about 6.5 tomorrow. Got some good cattle to sell tomorrow, so if you need some, come see us. You can catch me at 361-358-1727 or call me on my mobile, 645-5002.
We appreciate you. Thank you. We'll talk to you Sunday evening.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
This is Channel 5 reporting live from the rangeland, where earlier today, a death was reported. I'm standing here talking to...
Mesquite.
Mr. Mesquite. What happened here today?
Well, Weesatch and I had been living on this rangeland. Every year the rancher would spray us with herbicide and we'd take a nice, long nap. But we always woke up.
What changed, Mesquite?
It's that Invora herbicide. The rancher used it with Rangeview to target his application. And now I don't think Weesatch is coming back.
I wouldn't think so. It's guaranteed good.
Control for 5 years.
You heard it from Mesquite himself. Invora and Rangeview stop brush for the long haul. It's guaranteed.
Enter to win up to 100 acres of Invora herbicide with a free Rangeview analysis today at invora.com/trial. Always read and follow label instructions. Invora herbicide is restricted use pesticide. Invora is a registered trademark of Bayer Crop Science. Not all products are registered in all states.
We're on the line with Josh Tilke. Josh, we didn't have a sale last week, Memorial Day holiday. What's coming up this week?
Well, Larry, we're going to have our first sale in June on here coming up on the 4th. We'll probably double up. We didn't have a big auction. Didn't have an auction last Saturday for Memorial Day, so we'll probably have 30-40% more cattle than the week before. I'm thinking 450 to 600 head of cattle, maybe 250 sheep and goats. Market been stable, and I haven't heard of any measurable rain in the area, so I have no doubt we'll start seeing some. I know we've got 3 bunches in there already, some good black and yellow calves, and then set of bull yearlings finally got hungry enough to come in the pen, and they're going to see a lot of odds and ends again, but again, the cattle are getting lighter.
Okay, well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You can use any of our services, trucks, trailers, cowboys, 830-780-3382, or on the cell phone, 830-623-2815. 855.
And the motto down there?
Long live Cowboys, Larry. We'll see y'all on Saturday.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
We're on the line with Jody Fry from Producers in Cargyle, San Angelo. Jody, how'd the cattle sale go?
Went good. Backed off on numbers just a little bit this week from last week's total. You know, last week we had about 1750. Today we ended up with 1440. So still good numbers. Not quite as many of those big groups of ranch calves as we had last week, but still had some really good quality cattle today. Compared with last week's sale, those better quality calves and yearlings calling those steady to $3 higher. I would say the biggest increase would be on some of those real choice quality 350 to 600 pound steer calves. Heavyweight and high yielding slaughter cows, so fully $2 to $4 higher. Very good demand on those. Average yielding and low yielding slaughter cows sold about steady. Cow calf pairs steady to slightly higher on those baby tooth and good solid mouth cow calf pairs. Steers 400 to 600 pound, better quality steers 145 all the way up to a high of near $2, mostly 155 to 180. 600 to 800 pound steers 130 to a high of 165, mostly 140 to 155. Better quality heifer calves, 400 to 600 pounds, 125 up to a high of near 165, mostly 135 to 150. Slaughter cows, average to high yielding from 58 to 74. Did have several drafts of those highest yielding slaughter cows from 75 to 85. Thinner or lower yielding type cows from 36 to 56. Slaughter bulls, average to high yielding from 73 to 95. Didn't have that many of the highest yielding slaughter bulls. The one we had, those we had traded from 97 to a high of 101. Bred cows and 2-year-olds, a few young, medium to heavy bred cows from 775 to 1,025. Cow calf pairs, baby tooth and solid mouth, good solid mouth pairs, anywhere from 825 to a high of 1325.
How do you feel about next week's sales?
I look for much bigger sheep and goat sale. Memorial Day weekend slowed us down some this past week. I look for at least 8,000 or more. The weather's going to be hot. Hopefully they can get them worked in, morning to mid-afternoon and get them in there. But I look for numbers to increase. Cattle numbers, I look to keep backing off a little bit, maybe in this neighborhood of 11 to 1,300.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Jody Fry.
You bet. Call us there at the office at 325-653-3371. My mobile phone would be 234-7895.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. We're on the line with Sam from D&D. Sam, I've never seen as much Stay Tough fence in my whole life.
That's right, Larry. Right now, we have the largest supply of American T-post and the largest supply of Stay Tough fencing in Texas.
Tell us how to take advantage of all that product.
All you got to do, Larry, is call me at 830-379-7340, and that's for one of our friendly staff members.
We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. Ken, how'd the San Saba sale turn out?
You bet, Larry. We ended up having a good sale day, right at 2,100 head today. And thought overall, the futures market is this week, you probably know and talked about in your show, everything, it definitely moved up each day this week. Pretty large jumps of some of them on live cattle, $1 to $2, the feeder cattle, $2 to $3. We continue to see corn drop this week in the lower sevens now. We were sitting in that almost middle eights here last week. So that definitely helped cost of gains, everything. Some a little more positive news as a whole. I thought this helped move the cash market up today a little higher. I thought overall the stock of steers today, they sold $3 to $5 higher. Had a group of 12 steers, weighed 541 at $1.75, right at $947 on those. Another group of 10 steers weighed 570 at $1.71, right at $975 on those. I thought over the stock of heifers, they were full $5 higher. Had a group of 4 heifers weighed 449 today at $1.85, right at $831. Getting the feeder steers, I thought they were a full $3 to $5 higher. Had a group of 7 steers, really good ones, weighed 679 at $1.67, dollared out right at $1,134 on those. Really, the 550 to 650 pound steers, I thought overall, they were probably mostly $10 higher. A lot of activity on those type of cattle right there that go to grow yard or go in the feed yard right there at that point in time. I thought the bigger feeder heifers, they were probably totally steady. Packer cows are steady. Top cow today at 89, and bulls, they were steady too, with the high bull at 106 today. Pairs bred cows, I thought overall fully steady on the ones we did have, Larry, on the younger kind.
How about the special? How's it shaping up?
You bet. We're going to have over 2,500 head, like I've been advertising, and grouped up in several good deals, probably around 600 something pairs, around probably 550, 600 really good bred cows, a lot of fall calving cows, 350 something bred heifers, and about 400 open heifers, and several deals of exposed heifers. I think about 280 of those exposed heifers, so almost 600 open or exposed heifers what we'll be having, along with the pairs bred cows and bred heifers, Larry.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Excuse me. You can get us a hold of us at area code 325-372-5159. The listings are up on our website, Larry, and we got a lot of our pictures up there too, videos. That's at jordancattle.com. We'll have our running order up on Friday evening, probably around 6:30, something like that, 7 o'clock. You can go look at that. And if you can't make it to sale down here at 10 o'clock, we will have it live on the internet like we always do, and you'll be able to watch it and bid on that time, Larry.
Good deal, Ken. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you Sunday evening.
You bet. Sounds good, Larry. Thank you.
You bet. Bye-bye.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Maybe here's a short look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle. Milo through Corpus, $12.58. Yellow corn to Corpus, $8.30 1/4. Hard red winter wheat, $12.73 1/2 to Corpus. Houston beans, $15.26 3/4. Texas cotton, 407 bale, $131.86. Good day.